Happy 2014. I hope you guys have started off the new year feeling more loved, blessed, and awesome, and motivated and confident than ever, and hopefully we can just keep that rolling, because that's the big thing with the beginning of these new years. Everyone starts out with all this amazing energy to lead the best life possible, and then it slowly tapers and the motivation is lost and everything gets skewed. So I'm going to do everything I can for you guys to help keep you motivated and constantly give you new forms of variety and information to keep it all new, fun, exciting, and we hopefully will all just continue to grow more and more every day throughout this year. So this is another frequently asked questions video, and with the theme being the new year, I often get asked questions that are extremely broad because you have a lot of people kind of starting fresh. Some people have never exercised or really strived towards fitness before, so I get lots of really broad topics and big questions that are difficult to cover, but I'm going to do my best with some of the most commonly asked questions, and also one specifically that I've been asked recently, and I'm going to incorporate my own little personal challenge for myself and then give you guys an update on my personal findings with this particular challenge. More on that later. But we're going to get to the first question, which is probably the number one most common that I constantly get asked by any and everybody, and that is pertaining to calories. And it kind of goes back to, as humans, we really love numbers because they're concrete, and with something like health that is so difficult to gauge, and it's so difficult to gauge your progression and your regression, we love numbers because it feels so tangible, and it's a number and you do math with it and it goes up and down, and it seems to be an easy indicator simply because it's right there in front of your face. Now, don't get me wrong, calories are obviously important, but something I've always witnessed for others and myself is when you are constantly counting calories of every meal, what's in every kind of food, how many calories you have left to eat, how many calories you burned in the workout, so how many negative calories you have coming forward, it becomes overwhelming. And there's something about the female mind that you become obsessed with these numbers, and it consumes your thoughts and it consumes your emotions, and it's also really easy when you're going by these numbers but not getting the results you want to become very discouraged. And I think your mind becomes so consumed with these numbers and doing all of this math that oftentimes I think all of that mental and emotional energy going towards all of that calorie counting, it ends up inhibiting your spending time and mental energy and emotional energy on things that, in my opinion, have a far greater impact on true, genuine happiness and mental, emotional, as well as physical health and well-being. So, long story short, not that short, sorry about that, but I think your time would be far better spent just genuinely trying to learn about the basics of nutrition and calorie density and what particular foods and various food groups are the most calorie dense and also the most nutrient dense. Just educating yourself, because once you have that knowledge, it becomes very easily to gauge portions and to gauge about how much of any given kind of food you need, and also gauging what kind of nutrients you need more of or what you might be perhaps be getting too much of. And then it becomes a natural process of just fueling your body in the most efficient way, as opposed to constantly thinking about all of these numbers. So just try to educate yourself about nutrition as opposed to constantly focusing on all of these calories that are consuming your workouts and every single meal, and when you're not having a meal, you're thinking about the calories that are coming in the future. Next, question number 2 is also about nutrition and eating, and it's being asked a lot about healthy recipes, but people don't want to feel like they're having to eat like a bird. They want to feel like they are eating a substantial amount of food and they feel satisfied and full. And we are one and the same. I'm driving what you're paving. I am that same kind of person. So I have all kind of helpful hints for this. And just to sum it all up, whole, natural, unprocessed foods are going to be the best solution for this. You're going to be able to consume the largest volume of these kinds of foods because they are not only a lot more nutrient dense, but they are not as calorie dense as all of these processed foods that our body doesn't really even know what to do with. So, brings me to, yes, I will be doing a recipe about my new favorite magical tool, which I posted a picture on Facebook of a meal that I had recently put together. Here it is if you missed it. And I utilized my new spiralizer, which it was a Christmas gift that I got, and it's probably my most favorite gadget ever. I love it. It essentially just spiralizes fruits and vegetables, and specifically in this case, zucchini, which is, when it's spiralized, it's amazing to replace pasta, and it actually has enough elasticity to it that you can wind it around your fork just like pasta. And if you think about pasta, it's essentially pretty bland tasting, and pasta really gets its flavor from whatever sauce you put with it. Well, there are tons of really healthful and amazing tasting sauces that you can make to use with this zucchini, and it's the best substitute for pasta ever. And if you saw that, it was a little bit deceptive size-wise because I had that massive basket of holiday fruit that I had also received for Christmas right behind it. So this is actually the bowl, and you can see it's large. It's bigger than my head. This is the bowl that was contained in, and it was about 3/4 of the way full, okay? It was a massive amount of food, and because it was healthy and unprocessed, I felt incredibly full. I could not eat any more of anything else, but at the same time, your body digests it really efficiently, and I still felt light and energetic and amazing. And I will be doing a recipe. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what kind of sauce I would like to use for my recipe that I put a video together for you guys with, because the sauce is really the key flavor-wise, so I'm trying to kind of pick and choose what would be best. But that is coming. And number 3, and this is where the personal challenge for myself comes into play. I was asked recently about my opinion on diet soda. I'm gonna throw pride into the wind and be honest right now. One of my unhealthy vices is that I consume an atrocious amount of diet soda. I'll just be honest, I usually can knock out 2 to 3 12-packs easy a week. Now, I try to go for uncaffeinated and also a clear kind of diet soda, just because I tell myself that makes it a little bit better. But I know there's a lot of studies out there that say that it causes weight gain and it increases your cravings, and I can at least speak for myself in saying I have never noticed that effect for me when I drink it. I don't know if it's just because I'm aware of that, but I've never noticed it increasing my cravings or hunger. As far as diet soda in and of itself causing weight gain, I would be morbidly obese if that were true. I would be hanging out all over every single edge of this bed, and nobody would be taking any kind of fitness or health advice from me. But I also cannot speak for the internal effects that the diet soda might be having on my body. I may be filled with cancer. Pray to God that that's not true, but I'm going to, for 1 week, it doesn't sound like a lot, but guys, as much as I've consumed on a regular basis, 1 week is truly scary for me. I'm very nervous. I'm hopefully others will band together with me and we can all help build each other up and hopefully gain a little strength in numbers. But I'm gonna go 1 week without drinking diet soda so that I can come back and relate to you guys anything that I actually do notice difference-wise. If I notice it affecting my hunger, appetite, any kind of physical differences that I notice. And so it'll be a little bit of a guinea pig experiment, me being the guinea pig. And You guys please root me on. Like I said, I'm very frightened. There's something magical when I'm eating anything salty about having a diet soda with it. The flavor combination, I may have to just also knock out anything salty because I can't imagine eating something salty and not drinking a diet soda. I may find enough awesome differences and changes that it motivates me to keep it up, and maybe the end of my diet soda drinking, we'll see. But I hope you guys have an awesome week. Please send me any kind of feedback, video ideas, whatever you guys want to see, because my best ideas honestly have come from suggestions from you guys and knowing what you want to see. So be awesome, happy, and blessed all week long, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.